Alright, I'm gonna continue on this DS tutorial. And why is it taking... oh, it's already opened. Okay. Whoops, why is that there? Entity shouldn't be there, sorry. But okay. Okay, so now I added a couple things, but I haven't really explained anything. So basically, I'll go here, and this is just a vector class, and you don't really need to know much about this. Basically, this holds two variables that are templated, and then I just type def2 templates for int and float, and I did the same thing for 3, just in case I need something to hold 3. And it's pretty simple, straightforward. It just has two constructors and a set function. Alright, now my sprite. Okay, so now I have an enum for my window. I could take a pointer to the OAM manager. I said OMA manager before, and I got a crap load of errors because it's OAM. Okay, so I have an enum for window. This is the main window, and this is the touch screen, or sub window as it's called. And now is what the constructor for sprite takes is it takes the memory of the sprite, and I just set it equal to 0 just because, I don't know, even though you kind of need to put it there. Then, oh well, you can set it down here. Set graphics mem, or set whatever it is. Okay. Then I set the window and its default to main, and the x and y are default to 0s. A virtual destructor, because this class is going to be you're going to inherit from this class, or I am going to inherit from this class in the future, because like the player class or something is going to inherit from the sprite. The init function, I don't think I need this, but I'm still going to use it, and I'll show you why. Here's all my get functions. Basically, it just, because I use object-oriented stuff, the constant basically means that I won't be able to go sprite.get x equals 5. I can't do that. I'd have to use the set function, sprite.set x. I can't do that. And there's a few other things that it means. And then, okay, and now I'll go into how it's implemented. Basically, I just, on the init function, if the window equals main, I allocate the graphic to the main window as a 32 by 32 sprite in a 256 color format. And if it's not, which means it would be the sub window, I allocate the graphics mem to the sub window as a 32 by 32 in 256 color. And basically, now render. Okay, I know how to render it. Basically, I'd call this DMA copy, but I'm just gonna call animate. I don't think I really need this. In animate is what we do is we take the frame and the state, and we just get the offset right here by taking the this is the amount of like steps that, I don't know how to explain it, but it's pretty, yeah. So is what you do is you copy the offset memory and the graphics memory, and I don't know, just know that DMA copy like draws it to the screen, and kinda do that. I'm sorry, that's kinda, I'll explain it in next tutorial, and I'll do some research on it for you. I should have wrote a script so that I don't sound like a retard 50 billion times, but I don't need a script. All my get functions. Okay, and now, sorry, I just woke up, but So what I do is I initialize the sprite. Oh yeah, and where does this man.h come from? You may be wondering. Well, when we have this man.ping, it gets made with the sprite.grit, and in our build file we have this man.h that gets built through the grit file, and that's how we get the man.h. And the man.h supplies us with this, and this is just the tiles of the man. So no, we set the video mode to 0 2D, and we set the RAM and set the VRAM and stuff. Now I initialize the main window and the sub window, and the reason I call man.init is because I'm using the OAM, and I really don't want to use the OAM before I initialize the OAM. I'm not sure if it matters. And then what I do is I copy the palette, the DMA, through the dynamic memory. I don't remember what it stands for, but whatever. I'll tell you in a second. And then every loop I'm going to call the man.animate, and then the OMA set, which I set on the main window, the man.getExtimate. I'm going to write a sprite manager that will take care of this crap for me. But basically it just sets everything. Oh wait. Sorry. And then you wait for the VBank, and then update the main and update the sub window. And basically that's how you get it to run. And I was going to do type defs, but apparently these are all defined. And now I'm going to go over what oh yeah, what compiler I use, I guess, because somebody asked me about that. Well, my computer, C DevKit Pro. Okay, and we do use the GCC compiler, and we use Programmer's Notepad, and you can build it with mysys, which is, how you do that is you just get to the directory and you would type make, and then, so this is the library we're using, and libnds, and here's all of our include files. SDL some I added that you can download the SDL, but the SDL was not working for me. So if you can get SDL to work, sweet, but I think it's better without it. You have hardware acceleration. It's not as hard as I thought it would be without it. A little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes, but though I'm trying to make it kind of similar, but I kind of want to make this like a cross-platform. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up these base classes, then I'm going to try to set up these base classes exactly the same, only so they work for, or maybe just do if and defs or whatever, just on these base classes, and then the higher level stuff, all the other stuff that takes forever and it's the big part of the game, I'm going to write, it's all going to be the same. So I can have a game for the PS2, for the Nintendo DS, for the PC, you know, like Linux and Windows, and I don't know, Mac, but I guess I'll try. Or maybe I'll just, see, that's why I wish I could use SDL, but alright. Wasn't much of a tutorial, but it was more of an explanation on the code.